to consume new information. Надеюсь, что сейчас вы уже сыты и довольны и готовы воспринимать новую информацию. Our next speaker is Krug, the CEO and founder of SOFTGAMES, and he's gonna share the secret of how to be liked by a publisher if you make HTML5 games. Александр расскажет о том, как убедить издателя в том, что ваша HTML5 игра классная, и как сделать так, чтобы игра получилась такой, что понравится издателю. Поприветствуем его.
All right, thanks a lot for the nice introduction. I'm here to talk today about the secrets, like the secret sauce, how you can actually sell your license, if it's non-exclusive or exclusive, to a publisher. And if a publisher is responding to you and say, hey, it's not a high quality game, then you know after the speech what does for a publisher mean a high quality game. Some words about me. So I'm in the industry for a very long time. I started back in the years where HTML5 was not there, but J2ME was very big. So SOFTGAMES was the publisher of J2ME games, Java games for the old crappy devices. They did a lot of stuff in the social gaming sphere. I was tried to build up a social gaming company, and then I went back with SOFTGAMES to mobile gaming actually again. So since 2010, I'm a very big believer and big, let's say, supporter of HTML5, and I just had to say, right now, it's really the time where HTML5 makes sense and where you really can see that's going forward. Some words about SOFTGAMES at first. So today, SOFTGAMES is like a mobile browser-based network of around 200 HTML5 games. For publishers, we help them to monetize their mobile traffic with free HTML5 content, and for developers we just give them opportunity to license and distribute the games over a global network. All in all, we have something around 5 million unique users every month, and we work together with big brands like Y8 or Hopi and whatever, and we just bring the HTML5 games to these portals as well. Okay, let's start with a short reality check of HTML5 gaming. I love this topic because the last times when I was having these presentations, I always showed like a hype cycle, the Gartner hype cycle. Today I just want to show another picture, which means the little gold rush has started with HTML5 gaming. What does it mean, a gold rush? Actually, what happened over the last couple of months is that on the publisher side, the portals, especially the Flash gaming portals, realized, I have 1,000 games, Flash games on my portal, but it doesn't work on my on a mobile device. Yeah, it worked on Android, but still not working on an iOS device. And also with new upgrades of Android system, it doesn't work anymore. On the other hand, they also realized, hey, we do not have the mobile-ready games, but we do have an increasing amount of mobile traffic right now. So they got into a little dilemma in this way. They see that the users are switching from desktop to mobile, but don't have any traffic. So they started to look into some opportunities here, and that was the reason why they started to say, okay, hey, HTML5 can be a reason there, or can be a new opportunity for us here. On the other side, the developers realized, hey, there's a demand which is increasing a lot from the publisher side. So a lot of developers started to investigate into HTML5. So what I want to say here is a lot of developers are now trying to dig, let's say, the little gold bars. But there will be just a few who can really become the big publishers. And I'm here today just to convince most of the Flash developers, hopefully, that they start digging also into HTML5 and to be one of the guys who will find the big gold bars at the end of the day. So let's share some insights about HTML5 market so far. How is it structured in this way? We do have mostly casual games. Casual games, I don't have to explain what it is. Very easy, very simple games, mostly monetized through advertisement. We do not have any freemium content on the market. There are different, let's say, different reasons for this. Actually, when we started to investigate into HTML5, we started to do freemium mostly, but we realized very fast that it's extremely complicated for, let's say, like an HTML5 game developer or HTML5 gaming in general to build complex games, which let's say convince people to play or to invest money into complex games. Beside this, the main problem here is that that the payment issue in general is a very, very hard, thing to solve, because like in the app stores you can just click once and then you just pay immediately. In the mobile browser you just have to click, you have to enter your mobile number, for example, you have to say okay again and again and again, and so like a lot of people are just having so much steps that they're thinking about, okay, hey, does it really make sense for me to spend now this money here, that they stop doing this actually. So right now, as I said, it's like this. Casual gaming is the way to go for now, especially also because like let's say HTML5 is perfect for casual gaming. So before you start investing in a very, very complex game, where you spend like, I don't know, half a year or even more time, start with easy content, try to learn, okay, hey, what can I do with HTML5? How far can I go? And then do simple, small games, and then you will just grab experience and you will learn and you will get better and better and better at the end of the day. What are the business models on the market? You will see it already. Developers mostly selling their exclusive or non-exclusive licenses to publishers, and publishers put their advertisement inside the games, or they just put the content on an all-you-can-eat portal where people just pay a few euros or hryvnia or whatever a day or per week to even access to these games. Okay, so if you want to take part in this industry, actually, there's always one major feedback what also we give when we get the content is like, okay, hey, sorry, the quality of the game is not right. So I just picked 10 things right now what makes actually a good game, let's say a great game or a high quality game. The very first thing is graphics. It's pretty easy, but actually a lot of people are not taking care about this. Well, because you have to think about this. People are, from the App Store, the experience they have is, okay, they're just going through the icons, the small icons. And if the icon is nice, then they probably check the description page. And when they probably check the description page with a nice screenshot of the in-game, or a nice text probably, but mostly the screenshots, then they will start downloading the game. And HTML5 gaming market, it's more or less the same. For example, like our portal, we also show just the small icons. So the icon is the most important issue here. So graphics, when you invest good money in graphics, then you will have success also later on to sell the game, and also become a big success. That means for you that the publisher is coming back to you and asking you for a second or third or fourth or whatever part. And also, you know, if you have a good gameplay at the end of the day, nobody will ever see the gameplay or try out the gameplay when the graphics are shitty, because nobody is just even trying it. If you're a developer, don't try to do the graphics by yourself. It's very important. As I said, like, when I was doing before SOFTGAMES, I managed a developer community, and I always saw that developers who were just trying to build like really high-end whatever games, and they tried to do this by themselves, and it didn't work out because they're developers and there are graphic guys who just are graphic guys. So it's good if you just try to build a prototype or something like this, then it's fine. But as soon as you start to get more professional, want to sell your game or want to make money with your game, go and invest a little bit money into a graphic guy who can really build you great graphics, and then the appearance of the whole game will change immediately, and you will have much more success at the end of the day to sell your game to a publisher. Some examples what I mean with good graphics or great graphics, as you can see, nothing special. We have like a tower defense game with nice pixel graphics. We have I don't know, Mahjong clone, which is also nothing new, nothing special here. But the graphics are really appealing, and this is what I mean with good graphics at the end of the day. So nothing like high-end 3D, whatever stuff. So I think really doable things. On the other hand, what I always say is like, don't forget you are in the mobile web. You're not on the web, you're in the mobile web. Does it mean that people are just surfing with their mobile devices? And with the mobile device, you do not have a DSL or ESDN or whatever connection. They have really, let's say, like slow connection devices there, especially in developing countries. Yeah, we have like a big market as well in Russia or in India or whatever. These guys do not have like high-end devices with like a very speed internet connection here. So the best tip always here is like keep the game assets as efficient as possible, and as well when you're doing the game, switch off Wi-Fi, switch off 3G, and try to surf or load your game with Edge, and then you will see, okay, hey. Does it really load fast, or is it, do you feel uncomfortable while loading? And then based on this, you can more or less decide, okay, hey, if I can get graphics more efficient, or if it's doable at the end of the day. Then coming to the gameplay, for sure it's also very important here. What I mean with gameplay as well is, again, do simple and addictive games. I just picked some of the major topics on the right side, but try to be a little bit creative. What I mean with this is like the best example for this, okay, for the scale not, but best example is Candy Crush. Candy Crush is using a very, very simple addictive gameplay, which is known since ages, but they added small things, like they get a little bit creative, and this changed the whole gameplay and made this a huge success at the end of the day. And this is also doable for HTML5, not on a huge scale, but also on a small scale. I saw a lot of HTML5 games with using match 3 or tab 3 or whatever mechanism, and they're getting extremely popular also on our platforms because there's a little twist inside which makes the game completely different to all the other match 3 games which are out there. Popular topics, I have them here, I don't have to tell them. What's currently missing is, for example, like a zoomer clone. I never saw a zoomer or Luxor clone where you have like the bubbles going from point A to point B, and you have to shoot like the colored bubbles to this line. I don't know, how about you understand what I mean, actually. This is actually missing in HTML5, nobody's doing this. So if you are the first one who is actually doing a really good Luxor clone, for example, or a zoomer clone, then for sure you will be this guy who is just trying to get to find the gold barrel at the end of the day. And also on the other hand, even if you're using a very simple and addictive gameplay, try to explain the users what they have to do. So I mean, like, it's for sure you understand what the game is about, and probably your friends also, because you are pushing them to play the game since the very first day. But at the end of the day, the people need to understand what's about. And so the tutorial is very, very important, always, even if it's a match 3 game. And what I mean is, again here, very simple steps, just graphics, because this also shows you, okay, if the game is easily understandable or not. At the end of the day, when people are playing your game and they're happy and they made a high score and whatever, they know they want to have the chance to share their success with their friends. The easiest way to do this is with social integration. I know it's a buzzword, everybody's talking about social, but virality is very, very important because like it's very hard to find HTML5 games again back in the mobile web or in the web in general. So the best chance to solve this is giving the users the opportunity to share links with their friends, and you can just do this with a Facebook or a Twitter or whatever link. And again, don't forget the biggest point is just like, okay, you want to sell your game to a publisher, or probably most of the business you're doing. So make it very easy for the publisher as well to change the link to their own Facebook site or own Twitter account or whatever it is at the end of the day. Then as well, for sure, I mean, the biggest issue is what we get, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 games a day, and the most of the games are not really well tested. I mean, like, testing is not really hard, because I showed you also the next slide. What you have to do basically is you have to invest once into the top devices, and the top devices are these devices. So as you can see, it's pretty easy. Yeah, it's all the Samsung devices and it's the iPhone devices, or like iOS devices, so Apple devices. So if you invest, for sure, iOS devices will be a bit more expensive at the end of the day, but as you can see, it's more or less always the same. Yeah, you can start with the older devices and then go to the newer ones, and the same for the iPads and all this stuff. And then for Samsung, you can get them for small money. But also, again, try to think about, okay, hey, I want to make money with my games. So at the end, at the beginning, you have to invest also a small amount of money and to get bigger amount of money out of there. So when you start with these devices, as they are the top devices on our portals today and also on other portals, because it's just the normal devices, test it on them. If they're working on these devices, you can be at least safe that the publisher is not telling you, hey, sorry. We tested it with some people and it doesn't work because of this and this bugs. For sure, people are testing it as well, the publishers are testing it as well on their side, but at the end of the day, it's important that you understand what are the problems when I'm doing this game, or what are my biggest faults or whatever, because this will help you to get more professional, to get better games and better content at the end of the day. So try to invest into these games and try to test the games by yourself as well. A very big point is localization. I mean, like probably a lot of developers are just not aware about this topic actually. Think about this: you're trying to sell the content to publishers which do not have just one portal in one language, which might be English probably. Most of the publishers are active in various languages in various countries and whatever all over the world. So try to make it as easy as possible for them to localize your game into several languages, because when you make it as easy as possible for them, they will love you and they will buy more content from you, or they will ask you to make even exclusive content so that you can make more money at the end of the day. So localization is very important, and the easiest thing here is nothing big at the end of the day. Is like keep images and text separated. So don't put the text into the images, so that, for example, like our graphic guys have to build all the graphics again from the scratch in this way. Very easy thing, and this will really give you a lot of love from a lot of publishers all over the world. Now some HTML5 specific issues. So what we are trying to do with HTML5 is to deliver a native-like experience, gaming experience in general. What a native gaming experience means is that games in the browser are looking more or less the same as when you download the game. What I mean is like, okay, full screen. So do not have any bars around them. So because this might confuse players, because they say, hey, what's going on here? Is my device broken, or is the game crappy, or whatever? No, just make it full screen in this way. For the newest iOS devices, like iOS 7, it's a huge issue, where I also personally don't know any solution for right now, unfortunately. The only solution is do it in the portrait mode, not in landscape mode. Which brings me also to the next point, which means device orientation check. Before you start doing a game, decide, okay, hey, I want to have my game in the landscape mode or in the portrait mode. Don't do this. It means, okay, hey, this game on the right side can play in the portrait and the landscape mode. But when you put it in the landscape mode, in the portrait mode, this game on the right side, you can see, okay, hey, that the game is getting extremely small, and sometimes it's very hard for the normal users to play this again, because the icons getting small, text getting small, and sometimes also games are not working anymore. So it's not really a native experience. It's not a positive feeling of the user. Hey, it's a cool game. I want to play it again. I want to share with my friends. So again, pretty easy thing. Just try to decide at the beginning, landscape or portrait mode, and when you decide it, just add a very easy screen. Hey, please rotate your device. Again, try to use as less text as possible, so that the user understands, okay, hey, I have to do this or this, and then I can play and I can enjoy playing the game. So last point, which is always, let's say, like a big issue for HTML5 over the last couple of months or years, is sound. A lot of people always tell me, hey, yeah, Alex, HTML5 and sound might be difficult in this way. Yes, it's difficult in this way. So what I say always is like, okay, sound is nice to have. You can include it if you have a workaround how to solve these issues which are popping up with HTML5. If not, then just skip it. Just leave it out and just go and focus on the next game to include the sound into your games. And if you decided to include sounds, then give the user an opportunity to switch on or off the sound. Because imagine you're in the subway on the way home, you're starting your own game, and now it's like starting a really cool heavy metal song. Might be not so cool for the other people who are just surfing with you on the subway. So try to give the user an opportunity. Okay, hey, I want to switch off or on my sound. Very easy things. Then I have an add-on slide here as well, which is like also important for, like, say, like professional game developers, or if you want to get professional. If it's just one game, everything is fine. But if you're trying to do to sell your game to 2, 3, 4, 5 European-based, mostly publishers, If you're based in the European Union, you have to get an VAT ID. Pretty easy process at the end of the day. If you're not based, try to get a certificate of cooperation or a certificate of residence. Like our team actually can support you how to get these documents, but we like at SOFTGAMES, we need these documents to actually be able to pay your invoices at the end of the day, because German laws and other stuff, it's a little bit difficult in this way. And also the same way with invoices, try to learn, okay, hey, how can I actually create a real invoice in this way. But as I said, if you're not sure about this, then ask the publisher. For sure, we always give support. Okay, hey, how you can do this and what are the steps and where you have to go and other stuff. And then you are safe with this, and you can just go straight forward and concentrate on the real things. But this is something which is not so, let's say, which is also very popular and a very important topic here as well. All right, so that's from my side, like a short summary, what is important for HTML5 games, or how you can actually sell a high quality game to your publishers. For sure, at first, graphics with the optimized loading time, concentrate on a good gameplay, include some tutorials so that players understand how it goes. Give the players an opportunity to share the experiences or to share the game with their friends through social integration. Please be so kind and test the game. It's very important here. Make it easy to localize and decide, okay, hey, which orientation I can use, and then use the whole screen resolution here, and as well decide if you want to put sound inside. Give users opportunity to switch it on or off. That's from my side. If you have an HTML5 game, we're very happy to take it, actually. We're always selling or purchasing game licenses. The last couple of months, like 6 months right now, we just licensed over 200 games in 6 months. And we're always looking for great new content. So please, if you have something, come over and send us your game. We're very happy to take it. Thanks a lot.
And if you have any questions, you can ask them right now. Если есть вопросы, можете их задать.
Yeah.
Hi, thanks. First of all, a small question about do you have some size requirements for game or no?
It's hard to say always sizes. I mean, like, it's always a matter of how you, let's say, make the game smaller while loading process. So the loading process in itself has to be very efficient and very fast in this way. Like normal size we have is like maximum 4.5 megabyte MB. That's what we like the normal game has.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi. Do you have any recommendation on engine use or any framework use for HTML5 games that you buy or produce?
I don't have any recommendation, as we do not develop in-house, actually. What we see, a lot of games are coming with using Construct 2. This is like one of the most famous engines, and also the Game Maker. Like these two, like most of the content, like 90% of the content is coming with these two engines.
Any more questions? Then I think I have one.
Yeah.
Concerning the publishers, not all of them are aware into all details of the development process and all things that are happening to the game on its way to them. How do you persuade them that the game is all you could do in this case?
I'm not sure if I can really get this question.
When you suggest an HTML5 game to a publisher, how do you persuade them that this is the best you could get out of this?
yeah, it's hard. I mean, like the best example for this, to show that my game is the best at all, is the right presentation at the end of the day. So like the best presentation is the game itself. So normally what we get is like, okay, hey, an email with a short introduction and then probably some screenshots from the game, but mostly it's the link to the game so that we can just immediately see and play the game and say, okay, hey, that's a good game, that's not a so good game, or it's not suitable for our problem. So I would suggest the same, just get it done to the, let's say like 100% that you feel really comfortable with the game, and then send it out to the publishers.
And from your experience, what is the most the thing that touches the publishers most of all in presentations?
Good graphics.
So they are also human.
Sorry?
So publishers are also human.
Yeah, definitely, yes. They're very easy publishers always.
Thank you, Alexander.
Yeah, welcome.
And if you have any more questions, feel free to catch him as soon as he leaves this place.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much.